So Froggy, who has been playing Max Brass a lot, I'm not sure how he has been doing as of late. I think he was one of the players that actually showed up on the dashboard before. So he still has that skill going, and one of the good things about ARMS is that you can take one of those breaks and then you can come back in full force. And sometimes it even helps even more, like you get reinvigorated and then you can just get more energy coming back into it. So I'm excited to see this. I believe Froggy is also going to join the Nintendo UK tournament later this month as well. So this will be like a teaser for him. But we see something new from him actually, where he's playing Kid Cobra.
Yeah, that's right. And with an ice dragon in the back too. This is really interesting.
Yeah, very kind of. I think I don't recognize that setup from any other player, to be honest. And that's the thing I was mentioning. Like, when you get to take these breaks from the game, you suddenly can, when you get back, maybe you'll try a new character, as we see Froggy doing here. I believe he was playing like majority Max Brass when I last saw him. Now Lew is playing default Springman, going with that solid Tribolt Toaster combo, which is, one of the more solid combos in the game, I'd say. And he's doing pretty well now.
That's right.
Gets hit by that.
For the rush now.
Yeah, gets solid 310 as well. Lew still has the rush available though, so can definitely bring this back, and does. So 260 could have been a bit more, but that's still something that got to be satisfied with, I think.
That's right. They're mostly on equal footing right now. Froggy having a little bit of rush advantage, though I don't think it'll matter. Goes for the grab and gets the 170 damage from Cobra.
Yeah, and that's pretty solid. Because Lew was right in that rage mode, so if Froggy would have let Lew be alive a bit longer, that could have definitely spiraled out of control. Now, Froggy is changing to this Ice Dragon, and this is really interesting. I've, never seen this setup on my Kid Cobra, so kind of interesting to see what his game plan is. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Nice that grab there with a really nice rush, 370 damage.
Yeah, and Froggy really wanting to keep Lew away here. Lew being the aggressor here, trying to close distance in on Froggy because that Ice Dragon is so effective on long range, keeping your opponents as far away from you as possible. And Lew is now on the Magic Pixel, uses the rush to try to break free from it.
Yeah, and he really needs getting close here, but Froggy is just not letting him, and he ends that second round really fast, actually. One of the things that I would have wanted to see him go there was just be up in Froggy's face, but Froggy, very much so, just not letting him.
And that is game one. I believe all games in bracket are best of 3, so now Froggy bans one stage and Lew picks one of 4.
Yes. And I'd now here comes the like second part, which is if Lew knows about Froggy's playstyle, like if he actually plays Kid Cobra full time, or like is this his real setup? Because now I'd say like, what kind of a stage would I want to like face against this Kid Cobra? Like, well, you play Kid Cobra yourself, right? I believe. And I think like one of the things that I would have seen at least was maybe to go on a smaller stage like Via Dolce or Spring. No, sorry, not Spring Stadium. Sparring ring, because then it's way harder to utilize that Ice Dragon that Froggy was. At least limiting one of the options, if possible. But we'll see what we'll get next, because I mean, I can still see Froggy just whipping out that Max Brass of his and taking him down. Another thing to think about in these kind of tournaments too is that this is week 2 now, so there's been another one of these tournaments before, and maybe another chance for the players to actually meet before. So they develop this kind of in-house meta, where they get to learn each other as players, but also as competitors, and that can actually do a lot of things that you're not used to in ARMS. Like you can see some really strange picks because they're on like the 3rd or 4th level of meta. while other players are not doing anything similar to them. Which I mean, I love that kind of stuff. It's like the local scenes. They're doing so many cool and crazy things, and sometimes they even do find out new things. You know, they invent new play styles and things like that.
Now Froggy has banned DNA, and Lew is following up on the close quarters and taking Froggy to Buster Beach. So that our second game will be on Buster Beach.
Yeah, that's good. That's kind of something that I saw. But here, seeing what, as I said before, you are a Kid Cobra, right?
That's
your
correct.
main. Yeah. So what kind of do you want to see Lew do differently in this stage against the Kid Cobra?
Against the Kid Cobra with Ice Dragon, really going in for the cornering would be
Ideal, maybe.
Would be ideal. Froggy going for the popper switch up though to have more of an answer for Lew's close range play.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of gave him that option in the first time here, because Froggy just backed down into that what we like to call the hot pocket, the little kind of area down the tilted area down there, and you know, it's giving Lew some room to actually corner Froggy. This is kind of funny how Froggy seems to be like stepping down there on purpose, and now he's kind of trying to get out of it, but Lew says no and connects a 290 rush of his own.
That's right. It's a gamble to stay on the lower side, but because it gives you distance, which Ice Dragon really needs, but then you're also at an incline disadvantage and can get back down into a corner really quickly.
Yeah, and worth mentioning there with the rush that Froggy was actually only connecting with the Ice Dragon, so he was only able to get 175 damage. Could have probably like gone up to at least 300 damage. So that's not something that he wanted. Now both players are on deep red here, and they can just end this round in about one punch away, or two.
And they are both one punch away from each. Lew having the rush ready and going for it, missing just, but still connecting due to the low extension time of the Ice Dragon. And I think the Toasters went through the popper rush as well.
That was hype. I did not believe that Lew was gonna come out on top with that one. I think like whenever you're in that situation yourself, you pop the rush and a Kid Cobra sidesteps, then you know you're in deep trouble. But Lew actually manages to pull that one out. I'm actually surprised and impressed by that. I don't think I would have been able to do the same. So the good thing about that now is that both players are starting on equal rushes. So otherwise, Froggy, you know, if Lew would have taken that, then Froggy would have started with a rush of his own. But now they're on a bit of equal footing. Both players on almost the same health as well.
And we're seeing an arm switch coming in from both players as well. Froggy switching from the Ice Dragon to the Coolerang, and Lew switching from the Tri-Bolt to, not the Tri-Bolt, from the Double Toasters to the Chakram.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, it's not looking like it's working out too well for him. I mean, Froggy was changing his arms as well, so have to keep that in mind. He has that Coolerang and that very fast popper available. Ooh, and Lew not really paying attention there. The Coolerang just hitting him from behind there. That's too bad.
Tables have turned, and Froggy got some really nice cornering there on Lew in the pocket. Lew switching to the Double Toasters, which worked out for him in round one. Let's see how those work against the Coolerang.
Yeah, I definitely understand the switch here too as well. Now, unfortunate the grab there in the beginning. Looked like he had some time to actually react to that, but maybe his mind was in another place.
Both players about to get rush back again.
Yeah, it's a good like. This is actually really even. I'm liking this so far. Oh, and we see it again. Oh, Lew actually, like, he got so worried that Froggy would pull out this rush there, so he jumped, and that actually made it so he wasn't able to connect the rush. And now Froggy hits his own rush, like a full force,
Lew
350 damage. Yeah. Oh my god, that was really sick actually. That's what I say with these kind of local games or local tournaments. It's just like or regional tournaments, sorry, is that you see these kind of mind games at another level where it's just like, oh my god, not this guy again, you know? Oh, wow, all right. Froggy
Getting
now.
down to the magic pixel.
Yeah. One hit away, and that Coolerang was looking so close. Every deflect has to matter now. And let's see if he can do it. I think this is going to be super difficult for him. Froggy.
Just jumping around max range and got the rush ready.
Yeah.
And there
Closing
we go.
in
Froggy
right
takes
there.
the series.
Yeah, that was impressive.